Hi, welcome to I Am Powered by Love TV. My name is Josh, here doing Akashic record readings for your soul scopes. I also do oracle readings, lunar retrograde readings, and things like that, as well as mind engineering coaching, and a lot of the workshops that we're also running here this upcoming. Today, for soul scopes, what we have is Aquarius Decan 1, which is birthdays from January 21st to January 29th. We're going to dig a little bit about the energies of the upcoming shift, especially at the beginning of the year, but also right now, as we get moving here. It seems the new moon is going to play heavily into the transformation of your light and your energy and the way you want to shift and manifest the rest of the upcoming year, as well as this next 2021. Because it sounds like so we're just kind of jumping right in here as they just kind of start spewing stuff right when we were beginning. So the upward movement of your consciousness is shifting right now. The light that you're receiving, that you're feeling, this immense kind of lightness and love is emanating through you right now. And you almost are like just kind of filled and unsure what to do with it. But you know it's there, and you have that, and you feel that powerfulness and that coming of age in that point of your life in this moment. So this upcoming new moon that we're having on September 17th is definitely going to be something that they want you to focus your intention on where you want to guide this energy. This energy is immense. I can literally am burning up. Like whenever I get downloads or feeling, like I feel it as well. My body feels the energy. Like I start sweating just because I'm, vibrating with you as we move along. So it's a real big shift for you guys, and it's a shift in consciousness. It's a shift in your spirituality. It's also a shift in your relationships. It's going to be a shift in more of friendships, more of a support group type deal. You're finding out who's really there with you, who's true. As you begin to step into your truth, you can then become aware of the true friends, the actual biggest support group. So we may have some fall off and things happen, but that's just supposed to happen because your guides are moving those negative energies out of the way, so that way you can step into this light and begin to fulfill and manifest those dreams and desires that you have and that are so deep that you are hearing that intuitiveness to step into this full person. You've been hearing this calling for a while. You've been feeling it for quite a while, and that is what they're keep telling me. They keep bringing back this moon. This moon is very important for you guys. As Aquarius being a water sign, the moon shifting the tides. It's definitely going to be something big for you guys with this September 17th moon. So they really want you to focus on the intentions of your purpose, who and what you want to do, and who you want to be, and where you want to begin your journey. So it seems there's crossroads, there's a couple paths, and they're nudging you in one direction, but you keep wanting to go the other direction. So it seems to be just like an internal conflict. And so, again, just going right back to that intention. So we are going to go ahead and pull from the Moonology deck here. This is going to aid us in understanding the moon's energies and what's going to help you, so that way you can set that intention, set that right focused, that's in line with your soul self and with your heart in this intention, most definitely. So let me show you this here. If you guys haven't been here before, the Moonology deck right here, very, very lovely. So I'm going to see what she has to say for you guys, because the shifts are happening rapidly for you guys. It's like a it's like a storm is arising, like it's, you know, and you're sitting right in the middle of it. You see everything happening around you, but you're sitting right in the middle of it, in that eye of the storm where everything's kind of calm and you're just about ready to venture out into your journey and just kind of go right into rough water. So they want you to focus on that intention of being safe and protected and knowing that you are loved and guided through this, because it's going to be rocky, because you're going to have to start breaking down some of those previous beliefs, self-inflicted fears. Sounds like I'm going back to self-inflicted wounds is what we call them. Something that you've done to yourself that is kind of hindering you from making choices and fear-based beliefs. So they want you to focus on, you know, that intention for this upcoming. I want you to contemplate, sit on that for a while. So we're going to go ahead and first card. It's time to release negativity. Just what we were talking about. It's pushing you forward, getting ready for you to make those changes. Like I said, we're talking about that support group and those friendships around you, those things that don't kind of sit well with our truths and where we want to go with our life. So this is that full moon Scorpio here, card here, releasing that negativity and letting in that light and having that set intention of growing with love. And then this one is, the second one was conclusions are within reach. This card is allowing you to let you know that you are going to have that focused mindset to be able to make it through those rough waters. So you're going to be able to come to those all these things that you're dealing with, that you're, you know, thinking about of, should I go in this direction? You know, is this person really true to me, or career path wise? It seems like you're going to finally come to like a culmination. So when you do this intention, I want you to finally come to that whole grasp and hold on to what you actually want, because you're going to be able to manifest these pretty heavily with this upcoming energy. And so once you become with that conclusion and you get that done and you let that start riding forward, your guides here, we're going to call forth the keepers of light. They're going to aid you and keep you guided and keep you protected through this whole time as we begin the journey. So it seems like, you know, we're just, like I said, in the eye of the storm, kind of everything's sitting calm, and, you know, it's time to venture home, trying to go through that soul journey and come home. As you've been hearing it for quite some time, this light is pushing you forward in this transcendence. So these are the Keepers of Light cards here. Heavy hitters. These guys have shown themselves time and time again here as we have been doing our soul scopes. They are not playing around this time here. So let's see who's talking to you. Krishna. Reminds me of the Beatles. Devotion. This is staying focused and staying on that intention that you set, staying true to it. It says literally right here, trust your spiritual guidance. So allow them to almost like a surrender, I like to call it, or I like to say, not necessarily surrendering like everything, but just allowing them to move you forward. You know, listening, being really intuitive and hearing, because they are going to come to you in this time, because they know that you're going to be struggling, and they want to show you these little synchronicities, those little pieces. So you have to be really, really paying attention and trust that they're going to guide you in that right direction, because they are, and they will, as long as you're listening and you're focused and you're staying devoted to that intention that you had, that heartfelt intention. They want you to make sure that it is a heartfelt intention and not coming from anything ego-based, as that will just kind of shift, and they won't be able to actually reach you at that point. It's almost like a little shield over you. You know, once you're sitting in the ego, they're like kind of knocking on it, like, "Hey, bud, it's time to open your heart. Let us in. Trust us. You know, we're trying to help you. We're trying to move you around." And you know, they really want you to do that. And allow them to push forward those intentions that we're going to be setting, and really keep focusing on that. And leading on to right after the heart awakening, what we just had talked about, coming from that heart center, allowing that heart center to keep that light forth and keep that intention held in deep with you. As we begin to move upwards, you're going to notice those shifts of love, and you're going to just kind of feel like an eminence towards a lot of people around you. And you're going to notice who's kind of sending you a different energy, sending you something that's maybe not sitting with you right, what we're going back to. So I want you to stay devoted to yourself and to your truth and to your heart. So that's why these came out. And then also with this here, with Krishna, is going back to the first one here, about the releasing the negativity. They really need you to focus on the negative self-talk, the negative self-doubts that we've been having quite some for, seems to be a few years, before we stepped into the age. Aquarius has kind of always been really ups and downs, but that negative self-talk sticks with you, and that ripples and that latches onto the subconscious, which hinders your ability to manifest what you want. So yeah, you may get snippets, you may get pieces, but eventually, if you're not sitting at that heart awakened center, it's gonna break off. It's gonna come out, go somewhere else, and maybe you're gonna lose something, but you'll get it back eventually. And maybe you've been dealing with that for a while, getting what you wanted, and then you lose it, and you're like, I'll get it back. And you're just kind of sitting in that cycle. So this intention that we're setting is to help you break out of those negative self-talks and those negative fear-based beliefs, so that way you can move forward into your power. We actually are going to pull one here from our power deck as that comes up. That's literally a pretty big sign to pull, so that way you know where your power is seated at, especially in this time, to aid you in moving through those stormy weathers, because it ain't easy to maneuver those. Once you get started, you gotta know that they're gonna keep you on the right track, keep you protected and loved, so that way you can heal. That heart awakening is always a tough process. It's gonna hurt, it's sad, letting go of those old beliefs and some of those close, tight-knit friendships that maybe you've even they already tell me that you were already aware that some of these people ain't gonna stay, but you kept with them because it's just a longevity thing. It's not necessarily a, people come into our lives as learning experiences sometimes, and so when it becomes time to shift and time to transcend and time to move forward in our light and our soul purpose, it almost has to shift people out, which also is talking about those negative energies with that moon. So I want to go ahead and just let you know where your power is going to be seated at and where they're going to keep you strengthened through this whole process. If I am correct here, it is going to be that self-love. Self-love. Sitting right with Lady Nada. That heart awakening. The self-love is one of the most powerful things that you can do for yourself. I love the card of how it's the little, the girl sitting inside her inner self with her, her growing older, is understanding you gotta love all parts of yourself. Forgive the ones that you may have mistreated, forgive those portions, forgive those conversations that you've had with yourself that may not have been the best, and come into that self-love, because once you do, those intentions that we set on the 17th here coming forward will help you move in that direction and manifest what you actually want and keep it. So that way you don't have to worry about doing that whole up and down thing anymore. So I do want to appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hope this does resonate with you. If it does, remember to click the link below if you want to sign up for our free readings. We are doing those free readings still. Be sure to check your emails. We do let you know every time, we're doing those weekly. So check your emails so we can get those scheduled and help you get those done and give you a little more clarity here personally for those. We also have our exclusive YouTube readings only available on the link on the description below. So be sure to check those out. Again, thank you for tuning in to I Am Powered by Love TV. I'm Josh, signing off.